All right, Goob, hit it.
Ah, crap.
KI5CEY here, and I'm back. We got new cameras, or camera, lots of product, lots of projects. Been out for a spell. Had heart surgery, quintuple bypass, which I think I mentioned already. And then whenever I started getting in gear to get all this stuff going, I caught COVID. So that put the brakes on it for a few weeks. Still got a little bit of a cough, but I will edit that out. So upcoming projects for 2022, we've got the boat. We have a Roan 25G tower. We still have the El Camino, and the headers have been moved off to April when they should be coming in. So that puts us right where we started last year. So we'll probably be doing something different on the headers. We have a shed we need to build. We also have kind of a breakout box. Not really a transfer switch, but it will be kind of a transfer switch for our little generator over here. And we also have a flower garden. We've already started cleaning the garage because, as you can see, we were able to fit a table in here. And we also have another table with everything sitting on top of it. I can get to all this stuff back here, which I couldn't do before. Not to say there isn't crap on the floor, but it's getting cleaned up. We're actually going to probably finish it up today. So I want to start off with the projects. We got the boat project. So Goob, why don't you start wheeling in some of this stuff? I'd start with, we've got these low back seats that we had the little butt seats for the front and the back of the boat, but Cat didn't really like those, and I really grew to have a dislike for them. So we got these to replace those little butt seats. I don't know what you call them, little. And for these seats, wait, this is a high back seat. Okay, these, instead of doing the recovering for the actual seat bottoms and the center console in that boat, because that boat I think was a ski boat at one time, or originally. I'm just going to put down wood. I will put vinyl on them just as a cover to hide the wood and protect the wood. But I'm going to put these seats in place of those. Alright, you can go ahead and do the rest of the seats and we'll stack them up here. And instead of reusing the ones on the butt seats, or whatever they're called, we're just going to leave those on there and keep them in the front storage wells in case we find somebody that actually thinks they're comfortable. Got replacement posts for these seats, replacement bottoms for the seats, and then we got these adjustable seat posts where we can just push it and change the height instead of stacking seat post upon seat post. That's what we were doing before. Yeah, sure. We got new retractors because I let the others go with the other boat. Only problem that I have with these now is that all the tabs on that trailer stick out this way. So I'd have to put it on this way. So I'm going to have to cut some angle iron and put it in like that. We got LED trailer lights, and I think these are LED as well. The little brown box there. That little brown box, yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. It's a little bit more wire because I kind of figured that those wires are going to be too short to run the entire trailer. I think that's a fuse panel, isn't it? Yeah, we got ourselves a fuse panel, which will probably, and they got little lights on there, so when they pop, it means the current's trying to go through the LED. The light will come on, letting me know that it's the one that's burned out. Yeah, I think those are breakers. This will be for each one of those AGM batteries. I've got these in my, oh wow, I didn't mean to get that big a one, but okay. Little breakers. I could have sworn I got 30s or 50s. These are 60s. That'll work. Both exactly the same. Yeah. Anyhow. There'll be one of those on each battery. That way I don't have to worry about stuff shorting out, you know, the older wires and cables inside the boat. Shorting out, that 8 gauge. Those will yield before the 8 gauge yields. Not that yet, not yet. Sure. Now we already had one of these in the boat, and we took it out to keep it as a spare in the Skeeter, and then when we got rid of the Skeeter we decided we were going to keep it. But at some point down the road, we lost this little piece, and I couldn't really find it separately, so I just went ahead and bought another one. And these little motor cores actually pop out, so when this fails, we have another core. You just squeeze the little red thing here, and the core comes out, and we can put the other one in there. So there's that. What Duncan likes to call a microphone. That's for that, to keep trash from getting in the live well line. Yeah. This is just to take the light bulb out of the navigation light in the back and replace it with something that doesn't burn out. The original front navigation light we pretty much had to destroy to get it out of there. There is actually an LED one up there. I do not know where that box went, and it's actually brand new, but I had to take it off to put down some of that blue paint. We're going to paint the whole boat. It won't look spectacular, but it'll cover up the gel coat and what little bits of fiberglass and stuff are there, because we still pick up little slivers and stuff off of that. Yeah. We were going to put a switch panel in just like the old Skeeter, and then I decided I didn't really want to cut a really big gigantic hole in it, so we bought up a bunch of switches, push-pull switches that we'll just label, and that'll be how we turn things on and off. The only one I won't have is a 3-position one to turn the live well on to bring water in, and then one to pull for recirculatory. What else do we got over there, Gabe? Oh yeah, we didn't need this, but I went ahead and got it. It's a trim gauge that says pretty much where I have the motor sitting at, which ultimately I'll probably end up finding its happy place and then taking a Sharpie and marking on there where it needs to be. Sure, what do we got there?
Plug in the receptacle.
Oh yeah. Well, on the actually, that reminds me, we need to cut that plug off of the, we need to cut the plug off of that trolling motor, because Rick has the mate to that on the Skeeter that he bought. He's got a 12 volt and a 24 volt line that runs up there. We're just going to have a 24 volt line up there, so we got the receptacle here, and then this will be the plug. So there's that. We got letter kit. We actually had another letter kit. Where the hell did he go? Okay, we got these. Looks like we got them from Academy. These white number and letter kits to do the TX numbers, because we still had these left over, and we had enough left over from the Skeeter, but and I spent way too much money on these. But anyhow, they were brown, and Cat didn't want to use them. And I actually had some blue ones around here, and we decided we didn't want to use those either. What else do we have, Gabe? Oh yeah. Yeah, we're going to wire this one up a little differently this time. The other one we had hooked up in the system so that it would come on, whenever the keys and stuff, were in and the boat was active. This one we're going to set up irregardless if it's active or not. It's going to have a connection on the battery. That way, if for whatever reason rainwater fills up the boat, it will turn it on and it will drain the boat. What else we got, Gabe? Oh, this is a cover for the dip finder. Let's see here. Ready to ship. Oh, okay. This is genuine Lawrence protective cover for fits all Mark and Elite Model 4s. Does it now? We can find that out real quick. This is I'll be upset if that didn't fit. So we got the cover for this model here. This is the one I kick around my foot up by the trolling motor. We have a bigger one that we put up by the console, which we got something for that too. Oh, that's right here. Bring it here, dude. See, we had this.
I already see where this was going.
Did we leave this piece on the other boat? Or did we take it off? I don't think we took it up.
Ah.
We need to get those back from Rick. But anyhow, we got this ram mount. See, there's a base here that'll hook on the boat, and this big wide piece will hook up to the bottom of this original plastic mount. Yeah. Let's see those. We got these little lights, I already used one the other day just to look inside a safe that I was cracking. I'm thinking these are white lights here. We'll put these inside the live well. So inside you'll just see this little black piece inside the live well. And I don't know if I'll make a mercury switch or something, so whenever I open the lids you'll be able to see it. So that's what I got here. I got 8 of those. What do we got here? Let's see. Got these little blue lights. We were going to put these on the Skeeter, but since they're blue, I guess we're going to put these on the Glastron, and they're just blue, basically, so we can see inside the cubbies, see where we're stepping. Yeah, let's see what we got there. We got the thermostat kit, so we can do that on the boat motor. That might actually happen today. That little bag there. Yeah, that. I'm hoping these are still good. Doesn't say what year they were packaged up. I'm going to guess somewhere in the 80s or 90s. It's the O-ring kits for the center piston or center ram on the tilt and trim. It seems to be bleeding by there just ever so slightly, so I can never get the trim set, and the motor won't hold itself up over time. Those two, actually. There's 2 of these. We got the battery boxes for those Group 31 AGMs that we got sitting down there on the floor. What else do we got left? That right there. Wow, I can't believe this is all one project. We actually have other projects going on. What is this? This is the one of them little Russian nesting dolls. This is, we'll pop a hole in the boat somewhere around the engine area. This is going to be how we plug the charger in, so we don't have to lift those big lids. I mean, because those lids are just gigantic, and I don't want to mess with them. We got that, which will be plugged into this. This is our No-Code Genius 10x2. Is this in a box? This is in a box. I got this because it had these modes. There's actually a newer version of this, but I'm not a fan of automatic stuff, even though that's what this is. And I just don't want to assume that I plug it in, it's going to think that, oh, we got a lithium battery, or we got an AGM battery, or we got a flooded battery. Here, I can just push the button for each one, and it's either 12 volt flooded, AGM, lithium. And then it has this repair mode, which I'm not sure about that, but I got it anyhow. And it's got 2 10 amp banks. This could be potentially a waste of money, because if we get rid of that trolling motor and get the, I can't remember what the name of it was, but it's got spot lock and everything else. So there's that. And I think this is the last bit. This is a different project. This is an outlet, or an inlet. This will be an inlet. For the house, so that we can plug the generator. This here plugs into the generator. This part will ultimately plug into the house. This here is the box. I do not know what this is. Born to RV. No idea what that is. But this will go from our makeshift transfer switch on the house, which basically is just going to be a sub panel. It'll have a 50 amp breaker and it'll have one phase of plugs on there. So basically, this refrigerator, the other refrigerator, the deep freeze, and the lights in the house, and pretty much nothing else. We get a bigger generator, then we'll put the air conditioner on that circuit. Probably won't put the heater, since we have gas heaters that we can put in the house, and we also have a big wood burning stove that has a recirculatory fan on it. So it doesn't click or anything. I'm not sure what that little green light is. I wonder if it lights up. It's a
Is
30.
it a light?
Yeah, LP30. So yeah, this is 110 volt. So that is that. But I think I went over the projects that are, the big project really is going to be the boat project. We have, like I said, a Roan 25G antenna, which we'll throw the picture up here so you can see that. We're still kind of trying to decide what we're going to do with that. We have some big eye anchors, twist in the ground eye anchors, which I'll take a picture and throw that up here so you can see what that looks like with Goob standing next to it, to kind of get the idea of how big these things are. And what else do we got, dude? Seem to think there was one more. I mean, we got the flower garden that we've got to deal with. Oh, the greenhouse. Your mom's greenhouse. She's had a greenhouse for a little over a year, and we still haven't put it up. So that's something else we've got to get done. And of course, we got fishing to do, and we got bike riding to do, and mountain biking to do, and I'm sure there'll be all kinds of other little projects that come up. Yesterday, if I did it right, we'll have kind of a funny video at the beginning of this, but we took out the fluorescent bulbs. Half of them were burned out, and the ballasts were crapped out, and I eliminated the ballast and have the hot wires going all the hot wires pointed to the west, and the neutrals pointed to the east, and I stuck in all these LED lights that are very, very bright. I got the 6K ones, thinking that was the softer whites like this back here, but I was wrong. I think this is 55K or 5.5K here, and these 6Ks are really white. I mean, really white. But we'll deal. Goob's squinting because they're very bright, and he just got out of bed. So that's what we got going on for 2022. I'm KI5CEY, Ryan, and wishing y'all 73s, and y'all be good.